Hello Virgo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Some of you may be in a relationship. This could be. Also, it could be a situationship. For the rest of you, it may just be a very strong connection that you feel exists between the both of you, but no one's really speaking up. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that we need. I don't channel through any spirit guides. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Okay. You have here 4 cards that are a bit on the dark side. We have here Wild Woman, doubt, fear, and beliefs. So there's a lot of differences here between the both of you. There's fear and also there's sneaky behavior. First card's the strongest. We have here nourishment followed by wisdom, Wild Woman, compassion, power, doubt, fear, beliefs, and then we have selfhood under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, I know you better now, and I realize that out of the many people that I've met, you are the perfect mate, the perfect partner. There's something about you that's just very fulfilling. You have this ability of fulfilling my needs, my desires. And also, what I feel for you, it's as if you know me emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And you know how to satisfy my every need. I have become wiser to this. I've gained wisdom as time has gone by because I know things now that I didn't know before. I see things more clearly. I've learned my lessons and I've understood from the mistakes. I'm no longer the same as I once was. You may not see this, but I am different now. In this connection, I know I have been sneaky. There is a sense of suspicion, deceit, deception, a lack of truth that came through. I have said certain things and maybe even an error, but I've taken out a few things too. What you don't know won't hurt you. By not giving you information, by erasing certain things, does that mean I was lying? Because of the way I have behaved, now there's a lack of faith and a lack of trust in this connection. And I understand what I've put you through. I understand what you have gone through because of me. And I have compassion for you. And empathy. Sometimes even sympathy. I know you don't want me to feel this, but at this point in time, it's just natural for me to feel like this towards you and towards a situation. I do feel powerless when I'm around you, when I think of you. You make me emotionally vulnerable and weak in the knees. You have this power over me. And this power that you have, it is very tempting. You can be seductive and not even actually seduce. It just happens naturally. Whatever has happened in this connection, I am doubting that you'll take me back. I'm doubting that the faith that was lost, the trust that was lost, I'm doubting that it will be restored. And because of these doubts, I'm afraid. I fear. Now there's this sense of insecurity, this lack of self-esteem, self-worth. There's no confidence in me. I have anxiety, sometimes even panic attacks, fear and paranoia from what has happened. I feel unworthy and sometimes even worthless. I don't think I'm the right one. And the reason why is because of the way that you and I view things, the way you and I think. We are worlds apart. There is no meeting of the minds between you and I. Our hearts may desire each other, but we're not on the same page. I was born and brought up in a very different way, and so are you. My thoughts, my ideas, what I think and what I'm passionate about is so different from what you think. What I feel in this connection, my ideas, my plans, the vision that I had, it's not the same as yours. Overall, the things that I've done to you, the way that I have betrayed you, it's made you feel very alone. And I see you now on your own, at a distance. Now you are this individual who's very self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need me, you don't need anybody. You never really did. But more than before, are you now guarded? You're very guarded. To me, it seems as if you're guarded and you're sharp-tongued. But this is not something that just happened naturally. This is because of what I've done to you. It turned you into this. I do feel intimidated by you because now I feel that you are this person who has it all, who can have it all. You're single and ready to mingle. You have that potential, and that scares me. It scares me that you have the ability to attract others, and others may be chasing you, and they could be a potential. That creates doubts in my heart. You never would have changed had it not been for me, but this change is not a good change. For you, it may be a good change. You've learned a lesson, you've become wiser. But for me, it's difficult to reach out to you and to be that person who can once more maybe try to unravel the mystery that wraps you. Once, long ago, I did, and I had you in my life. But ever since that distance, ever since I did what I did, you have changed. And it's hard for me to reignite the flame that is extinguished. A long time ago, that flame burned bright. Now it does not. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to begin. All I know is that I feel you are someone who fulfills me emotionally, spiritually, physically, and I never really appreciated it. But now I am wiser. Now I know better. All right. Virgo. Your person has had a realization that the both of you were together, they've done something to you, and now they're regretting it. The regretting card, the grief card, did not come up here. But in between where we have fear and doubt, there is that sense of anxiety, not knowing what's going to happen next, and fearing that they're going to lose you. But also, there's this desire for them to keep you, yet while they're feeling that, they also don't know how to keep you, how to reach out to you. And this is simply because of what they've done in the past. This person has been sneaky. Somebody here could have been caught doing something that they were not supposed to. And somebody here found out a secret. Whatever that is, share in the comments below, let me know. And beliefs. You have beliefs here that are very different. The way you think and the way this person thinks, or your lifestyle, their lifestyle, your religion, your background. It could be whatever, but it's talking about differences and how huge these differences are, that they actually make a difference in this connection. And it's almost as if they keep you both at a distance. All right, let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. So with this deck, I look into what may have happened in the past. So I do go in the past a little bit just to see what happened in this connection where things may have been great, but then things started to go downhill. You got two cards actually that popped up here. Oh my goodness, these are not happy cards. So this is for those of you that have gone through a situation where you thought things were great, but the person just faded. They just ghosted you. There's a lack of closure. Maybe in the beginning you guys used to communicate a lot, but now there's a lack of communication as well. There's less texting or calling. And so you're wondering what happened. And some of you might even wonder, where are we in this connection? There's the Nine of Cups, the Five of Coins, and the Four of Cups. So these I read in the reverse, starting with the Nine of Cups. So these feelings and emotions are what happened in the past. The first set of cards that I did right now, that I read, those are current feelings and emotions. Nine of Cups here talks about complacency taking a relationship for granted. Yes, I actually did say in the beginning that they took this for granted, the relationship. They took you for granted. Overindulgence, inability to receive pleasure, and then having dissatisfaction. So when we do overindulge in anything, if we have too much of anything, we sometimes become bored, but also we become unsatisfied. It's sometimes just too much, or it's sometimes we've just had enough. And sometimes we want more, something that's different, a variety. So here, this individual, they did overindulge. And it also talks about at some point in time, the inability to receive pleasure. But the whole reason here is because they took you for granted. They really didn't value you when they should have valued. Here we also have the 5 of coins. Now this talks about an experience of poverty that forces one to look within for greater resources. This poverty may be personified as a lack of wealth or, in a sense, emotional sterility. These feelings are transitory. Have faith in the future. A more prosperous phase of life is on the way. Now, that is just the card, author, giving you some encouragement. But the truth is here, this person feels that they don't have emotions. That's also why, even if they overindulged, they felt dissatisfaction. They didn't feel satisfied in the connection, even though everything seemed to be perfect on the surface. Why were they feeling empty on the inside? This is a them problem. This is not a you problem. There's something wrong with this person emotionally, where they may be hurting you because they have been hurt themselves. So there's that saying, right? Hurt people hurt people. People who are hurt will also hurt others because that's all they know. We also have here the 4 of Cups. Once again, you get the word overindulgence. So this person really, some of you may feel very used, very, very used, in many ways, on many levels. And you did what you wanted to do, and you did what you had to do. You can have peace in your heart knowing that you've given this person as much as you could have. You did do what you thought was right at the time. Now, the problem here is the word that keeps popping up, overindulgence. This individual kept overindulging, and because of love, you gave and you gave and you gave, but they just kept taking and taking. And eventually they started taking you for granted. Here we also have the 4 of Cups. Acceptance of the situation, though discontent is still present. This would have been a passing phase. Taking something for granted. Wow, we got that word again now, 3rd time. This individual took the love, the talents, the beauty for granted, and there was a need for a more authentic way of life. Reevaluation of a relationship that actually felt superficial. So was it superficial from your side? No, it wasn't. It was superficial from their side. Remember, you had the beliefs card. The beliefs card here would also mean that you thought that this was more of a committed connection. This individual, however, was thinking differently. They were thinking more probably of not exactly short term, but their feelings and emotions were not as in-depth. And that's why they felt it was superficial, because they were the ones who had to act. They were acting. That's also why, even though you have the 9 of Cups, in the reverse, it does talk about the sense of dissatisfaction. Having it all, overindulging, yet still feeling that sense of dissatisfaction. We have a situation here where this person thought that it was fake, but it wasn't because they thought you were fake. They were fake, and they knew that they were fake, and that's why they were unable to move forward. Because at some point in time, it actually started bothering them. So Virgo, that's a them problem, that's not you. This is truly not your fault if you're resonating with this reading. Don't blame yourself at all. You couldn't have done anything different. Can never really force anybody to love you. You could only just be there for them. This individual now, they are starting to realize this. They're starting to realize that they're losing you. Let's have a look. Here we have the Beginner's Tarot. Okay. 5 of Wands. So these are any actions, plans, intentions that your person of interest may have towards you. Interesting. So this could be a third-party situation for some of you. You did have the beliefs card as well, differences of thought. 5 of Wands. So there is an indication here that there's other people involved in this connection. So yes, it could be a third-party situation, but it could also be people who are spreading rumors, gossip, people who are jealous, and they are creating friction between the both of you by manipulating one of you. So that's one aspect. It also talks about disagreements, arguments, and struggle in this connection, and also ego-oriented competition. One of the issues here, which is also why this may be a third-party situation, but it could also be, I am leaning more towards an individual, so a person having an affair. However, a small portion of you may be in a connection where this person is just not able to give you the time, energy, and effort that you deserve. And that is the third party problem, where their time, energy, and effort is being spent elsewhere. That could be in a job, taking care of a sick loved one, fixing something at home, and trying to renovate. They just don't have time to hang out with you. Like, there could be anything, right? It could be anything. But it comes down to the time, energy, effort that they're supposed to give to you. They're not. And so this person feels very bound. They feel restricted. Here, they are in a situation where they cannot see because they're not supposed to see. They're not supposed to hear. Their arms, hands, legs, feet are tied. They cannot move. They are stuck in one position. They are surrounded by swords. It's like a fence and a cage around them, and somebody in the far distance is watching them like a hawk. So they are under the power of another person, or under the power of an organization. That could be a third party as well that's interfering in a relationship. If two people are in an organization, they might not be allowed to see each other or date or have a relationship. So there is a whole lot of restrictions here. There are these restrictions, burdens, restrictions, constraints, things that this individual can't release themselves from because they're stuck in certain circumstances. That's what's happening here. They are heartbroken. They are absolutely heartbroken. They do not like what has happened, and the separation is causing them pain. And this is actual physical pain. There's sadness and melancholy. I'm seeing the words in my mind's eye. There's sadness and melancholy. And this person, grief, they are grieving that they have actually lost you. Things are not the same, and they will no longer be the same. We also have here 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups here, it talks about how in this connection, there's this desire to reconcile, to be in company with you where the both of you can express this feeling of union, reunion, reuniting. Some of you may actually go on a dinner or go on a date or something like that, but it could be with this individual, but it could also be with a group of people where this individual is also, they're also part of that group. So it could be some type of a reconciliation or some type of an opportunity where you were able to celebrate and reunite. Now, it comes after a lot of struggle. And this is one of the aims and goals this individual has, is hopefully one day I can make up with my Virgo. Now, in between all of this, there's still those restrictions, and we still have other people that are poisoning this person's mind. So you have to be careful because of that. Even if you start the relationship, those factors are still there by default. It's still there. And it's like a pop-up every time. There could be a situation that just occurs all of a sudden, but it's reoccurring. Every 3-4 months it happens again and again. So be careful of the circumstances and be careful of the people that may be influencing or manipulating. Here we have also the overall arching theme is the King of Swords. So this person, they do love you and they want to make an offer, but they also want to cut to the heart of the matter and talk about a few things very logically in this connection. They want to use their intellect, and they're very critical, nitpicky, they're very practical, but also I'm getting the word illusionist, whatever that means to whoever. What I am seeing, this individual feels, okay, illusionist. For some reason it came out of something else. The meaning behind that, what I'm seeing now in my mind's eye, is that they show you one face, but they actually are something completely different. So it's like, they show you this, but they're actually this. On the flip side, the other side of the coin. That's the real them. So here it is usually somebody that has more of an outer, harder shell, and on the inside they're soft, sweet angel. And on the outside it's like, I got a hard shell. And this person may seem very logical, very critical, very practical. They may be very, it may also seem as if they are detached from their emotions, and they only base their decisions on intellect, on logic. It seems like that, but that is their way. That's their way of expressing themselves. We didn't have a lot of sweet, soft, mushy cards in the beginning, the first set of the deck that I did the first time. So I didn't see that there. And it's a very similar kind of feeling here. You're dealing with somebody who is very much like the King of Swords. And it's just the way they are. And it's going to be hard to be with this individual if you have all of these other circumstances and factors coming into play. They have to be on high alert because of everything else that's going on in their life. They're unable to dedicate that time, energy, and effort to you because in the meantime, they're busy putting out fires on the other side where people are creating some problems for them and you. They do see things clearly. They do see between the lines. They can read between the lines and they can see the truth of the matter. However, it's the circumstances that actually change the actions that they're taking. They're unable to sometimes do certain things because of the restrictions and the constraints that they have around them. Even though they can see the truth and they know what they want to have a reconciliation with you. It's a good reading. However, there's definitely struggle here. So, caution. We have circumstances and we have people that you need to be aware of. Not everybody can you trust. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, I have here Archangel Answer cards. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Ask your angels. First card's the strongest. Ask for help from others. There's a whole lot of asking going on here. Basically, that means you need to get more information because you have a lack of information. Choosing a new direction. We have here, there's something better. All right. So the majority of you are not going to like this reading now because what it comes down to is that the angels are telling you there's something better and it's time for you to move on, or even revamp this connection or reevaluate this connection and see what you, where you want to be at. Do you really want to be in this connection? They're concerned because of your health. Here we have ask your angels. So do ask your angels. The way I do it, through the Christ consciousness who is Jesus. I pray to Jesus. Through Jesus, I get to his Father. From there, I ask for permission from the angels. Within a split second, you are in the energy of the angels. The angels you can request and talk to and ask. These are Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. There are other angels, but these are the top 4 for me. Here we have also ask for help from others. Now, not only is it spiritual help, but it's also 3D earthly help. So there are some people around you that are quite helpful. These people you can trust. Let them know what the issue is. Let them know what the problem is. Even if it's regarding other people manipulating this individual, it's important for you to find out how to navigate through this. We also have choose a new direction. So this means that there's certain things that you've been doing in a certain way, and it's always been like this. You haven't really changed it. What they're saying is to choose a new direction, in the sense, try a different method of approach and you will find a different result. For some of you, it could also be literally choose a completely new direction, in the sense that it's time to move on from this person. So there's 2 storylines here. Either way, take action and be assertive. Let this person know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Set healthy boundaries. They are saying here there's something better. Now that's a great card to have, because this does mean that either there's something better than this connection, or there's someone better than the connection itself. Here we also have meditation brings answers. Meditation, Angel Fakiel has told me, and Angel Fakiel is my angel guide, my personal angel guide. You can read a little bit about her on my website on the homepage. She's told me 21 minutes is sufficient if you want to meditate. 21. Don't forget the 1. And that's the minimum amount that you can do. If you want to do it more, no problem. A prayer, make sure you do it 2 to 3 minutes at the very least, like really mean it, and you will be in the energy of the angels and of the divine. It does happen. I do it. I feel it. Here we have the overall arching theme, recovery. That is a theme here. And there's a problem, because this means that it's important for you to choose a new direction because you need to recover. You need to find something better or someone else better because you need to recover. You need to be assertive, set healthy boundaries. Why? You need to recover. You need to ask for help from others and ask your angels, because the stress and worry is starting to drain you. So all of this actually does tie in with the recovery card. This has been a very difficult situation for some of you. There was this passion and desire, but there was this lack of commitment and openness coming from this person that you're dealing with. And that's the part that really started getting to you. Because I see that this person seems to be very critical, very cold, logical, using their intellect, but really leaving those emotions right out. And you know that you felt that they had these emotions, but they were not really expressive. With the recovery card, to me, it does indicate that there is going to be recovery. So that's a good thing. Now, this is you taking care of your mind, body, spirit, and your soul, and not just the one, but all of you. And it is important for you to move on and learn. Just as the wisdom card came up, you also will now be wiser. But you'll be wiser after you consult with some people, get a fresh perspective on things. Virgo, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity, some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below. I wanted to mention for some of you regarding this card, you may want to have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. In the rates and packages section, I do have a package that's still open called the Chakra Checkup. So for some of you, that may be very helpful. I have a look remotely into your home, around your aura, inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. And I have the ability of doing that to tell you what negative energies you have, how many you have, and then I teach you how to get rid of those. So have a look at the package, read through the description. If it's something that you're interested in, you can place an order. Also, I have the Holy Light package, which is one of the favorites for everyone. And that's a self-help guide, very simple, straightforward, step-by-step instructions I have in there. With that, because of this card, I would recommend if you are going to get the Holy Light package, get the Water Wellness package along with it. And if you are going to get the Chakra Checkup package, get the Water Wellness package as well, along with that. And that's all, folks. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And for those of you who are new, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio on YouTube. That channel is also absolutely free. Please view some of those videos. It may help you. It's related to relationships, spiritual connections, and even negative energies, how to get rid of those things. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.